Well, the seventh actually isn't inside the cartouche. It's just...
He did it.
Center the probe.
The movie begins in 8000 BC, in a desolate desert landscape where primitive humans, ancient Egyptians, are seen. Their existence is interrupted by the dramatic arrival of a massive spacecraft descending from the sky with an otherworldly presence. As the craft hovers above the astonished Egyptians, its sheer size and advanced technology dwarf the primitive humans. The scene then shifts to Giza, Egypt in 1928, where people are excavating an ancient Egyptian temple buried in the sand. Fast forward to the present day, Dr. Daniel is giving a lecture where he challenges the commonly accepted belief that the pharaohs of the 4th dynasty built the Great Pyramids. He argues that the lack of detailed hieroglyphics inside the pyramids contradicts this belief. When questioned about Colonel Weiss's discovery of quarrymen's inscriptions supposedly confirming Khufu's involvement, Daniel dismisses it as a fraud. Despite his efforts to present new geological evidence regarding the Sphinx's age, Daniel struggles to capture the interest of his audience, and people start leaving the lecture. Daniel is approached by a woman who shows him a picture of his foster parents. She offers him a job translating ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. Daniel questions her about the job, to which she responds that it's a chance for him to prove his theories right. She points out his eviction and financial struggles, emphasizing that this opportunity could be his chance to make a difference. She then presents him with travel plans, urging him to seize the opportunity. Two officials who visit the home of Mrs. O'Neill inform him that he has been reactivated for duty. Daniel meets Gary Myers and Barbara Shore at a converted nuclear missile silo. They show him an artifact discovered on the Giza Plateau in 1928. Daniel critiques the translation of the hieroglyphs and questions their methods. As they examine the artifact, Daniel starts correcting wrong translations on the board. Colonel O'Neill interrupts the discussion, introducing himself as taking over from General West's office. Daniel explains that the figures believed to be words on the cover stones are actually star constellations forming a map. He elaborates on the significance of the constellations in outlining a course to a specific destination within three-dimensional space. However, they realize that they need a point of origin to chart the course, and there are only 6 symbols in the cartouche, not 7. Then they reveal the ring-shaped device with intricate symbols, which Catherine identifies as the Stargate. Daniel then pointed the 7th symbol there. The team utilizes Daniel's coordinates to align the Stargate's rotating inner track with markings, known as chevrons, along its outside. They successfully align the chevrons. As all 7 chevrons lock in place, a surge of energy courses through the Stargate, culminating in the formation of a wormhole. This wormhole serves as a gateway, connecting the Stargate with a distant planet across the vast reaches of space. Daniel joins Colonel O'Neill and his team as they prepare to pass through the activated Stargate and enter the shimmering wormhole. The team finds themselves inside a dark chamber upon emerging from the Stargate onto the desert planet of Abydos. Colonel O'Neill instructs Daniel to begin working on the Stargate. Daniel explains that he needs the order of alignment which was on tablets on Earth, and he assumes there must be something similar on Abydos. Kowalski confronts Daniel, and a physical altercation starts between Kowalski and Daniel. Colonel O'Neill intervenes, instructing Kowalski to set up a camp and organize supplies. Daniel saw a large animal wearing a harness and began feeding it candy bars. When the team arrives, he explains that the animal is domesticated. The animal suddenly takes off, dragging Daniel along. O'Neill, Kowalski, and Brown follow Daniel's trail and stumble upon a tribe of humans engaged in mining a peculiar mineral. As they approach, the tribe stops working. Daniel steps forward to communicate with them, and they notice a necklace around his neck, prompting the entire tribe to bow down in reverence. As Daniel struggles to understand the language of the tribe, they offer them water, and he reciprocates by offering his candy bar. A man from the tribe invites them to follow him, prompting O'Neill to inform the rest of the team. They follow the man back to the tribe's city. During their journey, he and O'Neill learn that the tribe sees Daniel and his comrades as emissaries of their god Ra, a belief stemming from an amulet given to him by Catherine. Suddenly, a trumpet-like sound pierces the air, causing panic among the people. O'Neill and the team react, holding some of the panicked individuals captive at gunpoint. However, they soon realize that the commotion was triggered by a sandstorm, not a hostile threat. Recognizing their mistake, Kowalski extends an apology to the man. As the night progresses, the tribe serves dinner to the team. Later, they take Daniel aside and help clean him up, showing kindness and care. The tribe's chieftain, Kasuf, presents Daniel with his daughter, Sha'uri, as a gift. Daniel initially refuses, but when he sees Kasuf's disappointment, he invites Sha'uri back inside and introduces himself. Daniel attempts to connect with Sha'uri by showing her drawings of their world, but she becomes uncomfortable as writing is forbidden in their culture. Despite this, she eventually draws a symbol for Daniel, leading him to inquire where it can be found. As Porro, Riley, Ferretti, and Freeman keep watch, a sudden storm descends upon them. Ra's ship lands atop the pyramid structure. The team splits up to investigate, but tragedy strikes when Porro and Riley are killed in the line of duty. Meanwhile, Ferretti and Freeman are captured by Ra's soldiers. In the tent, O'Neill befriends Kasuf's teenage son Skara and shows him how to smoke. However, when Skara attempts to touch O'Neill's gun out of curiosity, O'Neill reacts with a sudden outburst, screaming at him in alarm. Startled and frightened by the sudden reaction, Skara hastily flees from the tent. Venturing into a cave with Sha'uri, Daniel begins to decipher the words and drawings adorning the walls. O'Neill seeks out Skara and his friends, enlisting their help in locating Daniel. Skara eventually understands and leads O'Neill to Daniel's whereabouts with the assistance of their large animal companion. Upon reuniting with Daniel, O'Neill learns of Daniel's breakthrough in deciphering the ancient Egyptian dialect present on Abydos. Daniel reveals the remarkable contents of the cave inscriptions, uncovering the tragic tale of Ra, a traveler from distant stars seeking to cheat death by inhabiting human bodies and ruling over Abydos. As Daniel recounts the narrative of Ra's exploitation of the people of Abydos and his use of the Stargate to bring workers to the planet, Kowalski interrupts, signaling a discovery. They uncover a cartouche containing 6 of the 7 symbols for the Stargate, but the 7th has been broken off and has worn away. Returning to the pyramid, Daniel, O'Neill, Brown, and Kowalski find themselves engaged in a fierce firefight against Ra's soldiers. Tragically, Brown got shot, while Kowalski sustained injuries during the intense battle. Daniel and O'Neill are ultimately overpowered and captured by Ra's forces. They are brought before Ra himself, along with his guards, who are revealed to be humanoid beings as they retract their armored headpieces. Ra is also revealed to be a young boy. Suddenly, O'Neill starts a firefight. Daniel is killed, and Ra notices the necklace around Daniel's neck. O'Neill is incapacitated and incarcerated with the others. Skara and his friends begin rummaging through the team's belongings when they suddenly witness aircraft emerging. Fearing the worst, they hide, but the aircrafts begin attacking the village. Chaos ensues as the unsuspecting villagers scramble for cover, facing the sudden and devastating assault from above. Skara approaches Sha'uri and asks about the situation. Sha'uri seeks information from Skara, but he leaves without providing an answer. Ra places Daniel's lifeless body into a sarcophagus-like device, and to everyone's shock, Daniel is regenerated and rises to his feet. Seeking answers, Daniel confronts Ra, who chastises him for opening the gate. Ra ominously reveals that he has discovered a nuclear bomb secretly brought by O'Neill and has enhanced its explosive power using his technology. Ra threatens to send the bomb back through the Stargate to Earth. To prove his authority and loyalty, Ra orders Daniel to kill the others. Ra takes the necklace from Daniel, asserting his control over the situation with authority. Ra orders the human tribe to witness as he compels Daniel to execute the others to demonstrate his power. Sha'uri urges Skara and the others not to let it happen. Reluctantly, Daniel is given a weapon to carry out the grim task, but Skara signals him, revealing they have a gun hidden. Daniel seizes the opportunity and opens fire on Ra's soldiers, while Skara and his friends create a diversion. Daniel, O'Neill, Kowalski, and Ferretti manage to escape, though Freeman got killed. They flee to nearby caves to hide from Ra's forces. Skara and his friends celebrate the successful escape alongside them. Daniel confronts O'Neill, demanding answers about the bomb. O'Neill reveals that his orders were to track down any potential threats and destroy the Stargate. Daniel told him Ra has seized control of the bomb and plans to send it back to Earth along with the mined mineral. Daniel questions why he wasn't informed of this plan, to which O'Neill responds that he wasn't meant to be involved. Daniel comes to understand that he is married to Shauri, a revelation that catches him off guard. Shauri apologizes for not informing the others that Daniel does not reciprocate her feelings. However, Daniel kisses her. As Skara draws a sign of victory on a wall, Daniel recognizes it as the final symbol needed to activate the Stargate. He informs Kowalski of the discovery and tells him they can go home. O'Neill and his remaining men join forces with Skara to overthrow the remaining overseers and initiate an attack on Ra's stronghold. Disguised as villagers, they launch a surprise assault. As the battle rages on, Ra responds by sending out fighter ships against the humans. Meanwhile, O'Neill prepares the bomb for detonation. Tragically, Shauri is shot during the chaos, prompting Daniel to carry her to safety and sneak aboard Ra's ship using a teleportation system. Meanwhile, O'Neill engages in a fierce battle with Ra's guard captain, Anubis. Inside Ra's ship, Daniel places Shauri in the regeneration device, where she recovers from her injuries. The humans outside exhaust their ammunition and surrender to the fighter ship's pilots. However, upon realizing that their false gods are humanoid, the rest of the tribe rebels against the guards and successfully overthrows them. Ra discovers them and attempts to kill Daniel. In a desperate move, O'Neill activates the teleportation system, killing Anubis and enabling Daniel and Shauri to escape. Despite his efforts to stop it, O'Neill is unable to prevent the bomb's detonation. Meanwhile, Ra orders his own ship to depart. Seizing an opportunity, O'Neill and Daniel teleport the bomb to Ra's ship, causing an explosion that destroys the ship and ultimately kills Ra. With the humans liberated and Ra defeated, the remaining team members, O'Neill, Kowalski, and Ferretti, make the decision to return to Earth. However, Daniel, having forged a strong connection with Shauri and the people of Abydos, chooses to remain behind with them, opting for a new life on the alien world. And with that, the movie ends.